The FBI announced Tuesday night the finding of 3 bodies in graves at the site of a dam near Philadelphia, Mississippi, where 3 civil rights workers disappeared 6 weeks ago. The FBI said the bodies were found in a wooded area about 6 miles southwest of Philadelphia, where the 3 young men were last seen. The 3, Andrew Goodman, James Chaney, and Michael Schwerner, were last seen on the night of June 21st.
When I got to the community center that morning, things seemed really tense in the office. The air of the room was just frightening. You could just feel the terror in everyone there that, oh my gosh, they killed civil rights workers, and now we know. Thank God Pete Seeger was in town that day for a Freedom School convention. And so he gave a concert that night. And I don't know how we would have gotten through that day without the singing and the camaraderie and the strength that comes from being together and singing.
We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit that's on TV. You know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood view. You know? Representation of black people. I ain't on the bench because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on the Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
2, 3, 4, 5. We live. Welcome to Hoodviewpolitics, where we go into a deep, detailed dive into politics from a hood point of view. I'm Rabbit Jones.
And I'm Tony, the #1 soul brother. Welcome to HVP Tuesday Night Live Stream.
Now, if you're new here, you don't know what to expect. But if you've been here before, you already know what's going on. We chasing magazine coons. You know what I'm saying? Welcome. Appreciate everybody that be tuning in. Appreciate everybody, man, to be subscribing. Thanks a lot. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying, dog? Can't do it without your help. You know? What's going on, player? We can't never get past one podcast without sirens. It never happens, bro. Man. Politics. Now, there's been a lot going on, bro. As usual, Trump spreading lies. We ain't got to go no further than that. He always doing that. You know what I'm saying, dog? So everybody know we got the hurricanes going up this joint. Shouts out to everybody in the hurricane world trying to survive. Shouts out to y'all trying to get out of that thing. You know what I'm saying, dog? But one thing about when shit like this happen, like natural disasters, hurricanes, tornadoes, shit like that, man, you would think that the government would all work together to help people, bro. In reality, that's what people are there for. You personally, me personally, go about our life thinking that the motherfuckers that's the governor, the motherfuckers that's in these seats, whether I voted for them or not, probably doing shit to make sure we stay alive during natural disasters or war and shit like that. Like, I don't think if Russia was at our doorstep, whoever the president is should stop and say, all right, what state is Democrat? Like, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? So that's the only confusing part of that to me is like, at some point, this politic thing is only far as what you want done policy-wise, right? But then it comes stuff like war and natural disasters, which means just not policy. That's not debatable. Now you see what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
So the things that are not debatable are if the fucking motherfucking sun dropped down this bitch, we don't got time to be debating who's Republican and Democrat here. You feel me?
Correct. If
motherfucking Russia invade somewhere, we don't need a president stopping to think of who's who. Like, that's not what y'all supposed to be doing. Now, if you want to start doing policies for healthcare and stuff like that, then we have a debate going on, right?
Right.
But when it's war, there's no debate. You there to save our asses. You're supposed to know more than me and my man here. That's why you're there.
Allegedly.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're there, you got more information than us. So take care of your business. Natural disasters shouldn't have the motherfucking orange neck demon Donald popping up talking about, oh, they ain't even getting y'all the money. They ain't even taking care of y'all. Like, why are you doing that? It's unnecessary shit. You fucking with a clown. This orange demon, right? Over the 9 years has murdered I don't know how many people, bro. Just off of being dumb as fuck, negligent, and don't give a fuck. If we start with the pandemic, how many people he killed there by being a jackass? If we start with the motherfucker abortion, how many motherfuckers he killed there? Being a mean racist. Now, Haitians, put them on the chop block. He just don't give a fuck who dies in the process. You see what I'm saying? The hurricane. He don't give a fuck. Everything is political to him, bro. This shit is so odd to me. How somebody can follow behind a goofy orange clown like this, bro.
Yeah.
That bumbles and fumbles around America, using his money, talking down on every state that he walk in. What type of shit is this, bro?
Yeah.
This shit is ridiculous, yo.
This shit is crazy.
It got to the point where I can't even we bring MAGAs on. I'm always at the point where I don't even need to talk to MAGAs no more, right? This is just dumb. It's not debatable no more. It's just dumb shit.
Look, some people went to McAville and drunk the Kool-Aid and stayed there. And they still there.
Even in reality,
they lunching. This motherfucker did straight. He just straight out telling lies. He don't even give a fuck. Look, you want to interview, you can't fact check. I want someone to come on and say what the fuck I want to say and don't have no feedback on it.
Then hold on, so people understand what you're talking about. Both candidates have been offered to come on 60 Minutes, which is something they've been doing since 1960s, right?
Something like that.
And there's nothing. There's not one candidate that came on there that wasn't fact checked, bro. You're not coming on national TV just saying any fucking thing. Expect the person to sit there and look at you and be, oh, yeah, okay. No, 60 Minutes don't do that.
Mm-mm.
So they interviews the vice president and don't interview him because he don't want to be fact checked. How dumb is this, bro?
No.
Like, if you follow him, if this your man, what is the reason why you? Who says don't fact check me? You telling us you want to lie?
Yeah, that's what he did. But the dude just want to be out there, say whatever you want to say, and just. I said in the beginning that if she did this shit right, she'll blow him out. I'm looking for a blowout now. I'm looking for a blowout. I say it, as the election got closer and closer and closer. In the beginning, she wasn't going to do no interviews. She wasn't ready to do no interviews. Y'all was sitting out there with gotcha questions. Everybody had their gotcha questions loaded up, trying to make be the next top news anchor. You knew that wasn't gonna happen. Watch it. As you get closer and closer to the election, her platform is out there, what she stands for out there. Now she's doing interviews. You ain't see enough of her. Now you're about to see too much of her.
Now, a lot that goes into that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of that is, I don't like the fact that, God damn, so much activity around this motherfucker, bro. Planes, sirens, we can't function. But I think, all right, let's stop back and look at reality. I don't think she's been in this race 40 days yet. And for her to be doing shit that everybody wanted to do in 40 fucking days is just ridiculous. Huh? It can't be.
Oh, yeah. did you get in the race? June or July?
June?
Or was it July?
Wait a minute.
Got in the July.
When was the debate? The debate was in August, wasn't it?
No, the debate was in June.
So she had to get in July
You
somewhere.
talking about the debate with Biden? That was
Yeah.
June.
So at the very least, it had to be July.
So I think it was. Let me see. Took the rest of it was July. Because the rest of June, they was getting Biden out the race. So it was July when she got in.
So it is no way. First of all, right then and there, they want her to answer all these questions on these national, right then and there, she wanted to be in national shit. They want her on national questions and all that. But
more than
for her to be, regardless, for her to be in the race after the fact, when she wasn't in the race at first thing she had to do is get what policy she even want to have. So in the first 3 weeks, how the fuck is she gonna do an interview? She don't really have her policies yet. That's the first problem. Second, she doing not interviews, but she was doing rallies, huge joints, right? Mm-hmm. So she wasn't like she wasn't out there. And then she'll stop on the side and talk to reporters, right? So to me, it was never a time for her to be sitting down having no one-on-ones. Even though she did that joint with CNN, I don't even think she should have did that then, because you need to get your shit together. You had to get your vice president in all this time, in this short period of time. You had to vet him and see what the fuck coming up with his ass if you pick whoever you pick, right? So you had a lot to fucking do. Talking to people is not one of them. You had to get all your shit in a row. So when you do talk to people and your vice president, we all on the same page. That is now. You see what I'm saying? Not before. Now we got our policies. He know what our policies are. He know how to defend them and talk about them. I know how to talk about them. Now we go out there. Now she on The View, Howard Stern. She on Colbert. She on all these joints now. She did some podcast called Call Her Daddy. I don't know what the fuck that is, but she did that. So she out here and then she did Up in Smoke. So she out this motherfucker doing podcasts left and right. It wasn't like she wasn't never doing them. She was doing them from the beginning. But the national press was never talking about them. They just only concentrate on, well, she ain't did no interview with none of us. So therefore, she's not talking. Trump is, though. Jackass wasn't never asking nothing. He was just out there.
Yep. But now you're going to see a little bit. Now they're going to claim in a couple of days that you're seeing too much of her. And
I don't like the fact that they go off the narrative of what Republicans saying. All questions in all these debates come from Republican narratives.
Cause they're gonna act like they're gonna.
If you're a journalist, ask questions. Don't do no questions that's based off the Republican talking point. That's what they did in all these debates.
Yeah,
you asked her about shit that they talked about. Why are you doing that? This person running for president. You're a journalist. Ask questions. Why use hit jobs from the other person as your questions? That's retarded. It just don't make sense to me, bro.
Let me say this. All that shit the motherfuckers doing, a lot of, especially the older, the motherfuckers that's been around, or they grounded on what side of the fence they on. After this election, if she wins, man, it's a whole new world. And all of them motherfuckers that played that shit, that MAGA Republican shit, y'all motherfuckers getting kicked to the wayside. Y'all gonna end up just like the Tea Party. You'll end up an afterthought. Because once Trump gone, MAGA's gone. You can't, if you think JD Vance is it ain't, he ain't it. But all of them folks, that's really ingrained in that type of journalism and don't want to ask the tough questions and all that stuff, or they want to base what they ask her off of Republican talking points. Man, what are they going to do on November 6th, the day after the election, when the whole shit just didn't shift? Because you already see if you got mainstream media out here pushing Republican talking points, where's she been going lately? And where have you seen her going this lately and this week? She not going to she doing mainstream, but she also going to Howard Stern, the Call Her Daddy podcast. Then she did she did a couple podcasts. She got radio interviews coming up. She going outside of the mainstream where they ain't talking about that bullshit Trump and them talking about. They want to talk about issues. It's like going on The View today. She went there to talk to women. What she basically told them, look, I know y'all caught between a rock and a hard place. Y'all at that point in your life where you're raising your kids and you gotta take care of your parents because they didn't got old. Now, I want to give y'all some relief. I'm gonna let Medicaid pay for in-home care for seniors and the disabled, which will help a lot of people out. So she saying, man, fuck all that shit. CNN won't spit Republican talking points. You know what Fox gonna put out there. So fuck them. She going somewhere else. Where's a whole new and bigger crowd?
Man, once the questions are like border and what the latest thing Trump said, it's just like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? That's not questions you're supposed to be asking somebody running for president, bro. He's a wild fool. Like, ask this person what they gonna do for such and such. You're a journalist. You should know more than my man here, me and him.
You should
ask them something so we can learn. Like, what the fuck is the problem here, bro? That's the only thing that throws me off. But she did so many joints today that I don't know what they can say.
But she ain't falling for the okie doke either, because the okie doke is they want a motherfucker try to bring her down to his level. He can't get up. He can't get up there on her level. He can't function like she functioning. Yeah, she can't do like she do. But they trying to bring her down. Some of them will try to bring her down to his level. If she ain't falling for the okie
and they
doke.
also been trying to control her campaign too. First, they tried to tell her who picked for vice president, right? Then they told her when to do an interview, right? They've been telling her the whole time when she should be doing shit, and she be doing shit her way when she want to do it. Told her don't do sorority joints. Guess what? I'm at a sorority.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're not listening to you, bro.
She in control.
We're not paying attention. None of that shit y'all saying, bro, at all. And that's what I like about this shit, bro.
Yeah, she's showing that she in control. I got this, motherfucker. Y'all don't do what y'all say. Y'all do what I say.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all think y'all talking to.
Y'all analysts. You supposed to analyze what I do. Don't tell me what to do and shit. Like, what the fuck is that?
Buck stop here. The buck stops here, motherfucker. Fuck all that.
And like you said, went on the View earlier today, answered a few questions. We're gonna tap in a little bit.
Decision. And I'll tell you, the first thing I asked him is, "Are you sure?" Because what a big decision.
Yeah.
And historic.
Oh yeah.
And we talked for a while. Meanwhile, I went back into the room where the girls were, and I'm like, "Go get your father."
Now, a lot gonna happen from this interview, right? Because the interview, if you watch it, I advise everybody watch that joint.
Yeah.
It was a more of a you really get to know who Kamala is by the question they was asked her, for one, but the way she answered them by giving it more than just the answer. Like, I noticed that since she's been doing these things on people answer questions that they don't like a deep answer, right? Once she start going, they always interrupt it. But hold on, but it's like I'm getting to that, bro.
Right.
It's a deep, you know what I'm saying? They don't be getting this. She giving a deeper answer than, you know what I'm saying?
Shit up in here, motherfucker.
There's some quick shit, snap quick, and they be interrupting her and all that. And she be like, hold on. I'm getting to that. Just hold on.
Give me a second, motherfucker.
Yeah, just listen to me. So
for an hour and a half.
That's what I like about her is that she's not just saying something short. She's giving her assessment of it and her feelings. So therefore, you get more than just a short answer. You get a lot in depth into it. You feel me?
She got some substance with her.
Where it just don't be a simple answer. And people don't want that. I know it's when people ask a question, they don't be wanting to wait around for all this long answer.
Yeah,
What they call it now? They gave it something.
right.
There's a name to it. They calling it for her. Word salad. Now, she can't sit there and give you a real in-depth answer because now they want to call that word salad. Well, she did these word salads. What the fuck does that mean, bruh?
They know what it means. It means listen to Donald Trump for an hour and a half talking. He don't say shit.
Like a word salad means going in depth. Is that what that means? Explaining it so you can understand it.
Right.
Is that what that fuck that mean? When they be throwing this word salad shit, be like, bruh, if anything need to be word salad, it's Trump. That orange demon needed a word salad so we can understand what the fuck he talking about, bruh. Like his people that follow him can't understand what he's talking about by now, bruh. They really can't. All they know is mass deportations and maybe drilled baby cereal. They don't even know what that means. You know what I'm saying? It just, this here it's gotten to be real odd, bro. But on the motherfucker view, they asked about the motherfucking relief. You got your man in with the lies about the relief. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy.
Work that we have done, for example, capping the cost of insulin at $35 a month for our seniors is something I care deeply about allowing Medicare to negotiate drug prices.
Yes.
And bring the cost of prescription medication down for seniors, but my intention is to expand that for all Americans. Mm-hmm. The work we have done to invest in American industries, whether it be in terms of manufacturing and creating almost 800,000 new jobs around manufacturing, those were all a shared priority.
Well, let's Kamala, and I'm calling you Kamala because for all of those who are mispronouncing it, I want you all to know how to say it. There you go. But let's talk about something you would do different from Donald Trump. Right now, there is a monster storm barreling towards my state of Florida, a place that's still reeling from Hurricane Helene. Trump is lying, claiming that the Biden administration is intentionally withholding aid from the areas where Republicans live and that FEMA funds are being redirected to migrants. Ironically, that is something he did in 2019. What do you think the effect of these lies are, and why is he doing this?
Well, it's profound, and it is the height of irresponsibility and, frankly, callousness.
Yeah.
So lives are literally at stake right now. I traveled to Georgia and to North Carolina after Hurricane Helene. In Georgia, I met a woman who just days earlier, her husband was killed in their home by a fallen tree.
Yeah.
Days later, I met with her and her daughter. You can imagine the pain, the shock that they are still in about what they experienced, what they witnessed. Yeah. I mean, we're talking about real human beings and their lives and them losing everything. Everything. Husband, her child lost her father. Mm-hmm. People are losing their home with no hope of ever being able to reconstruct or return. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the idea that somebody would be playing political games for the sake of himself, but this is so consistent about Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. He puts himself before the needs of others. I fear that he really lacks empathy on a very basic level to care about the suffering of other people and then understand the role of a leader is not to beat people down, it's to lift people up.
Absolutely.
Especially.
That's going to be the problem right there is going down these last few days is he's going to do that. He's going to continue doing what he's been doing. In fact, he's going to try to find a way to ratchet it up even more. He's going to swing from problem to problem like he did the Kaepernick shit to swing to that shit to the shit over there with the tinky torches and all that shit. He's going to start just swinging around to all racial shit going on in America, right?
Yep.
For the next 30 days, he's going to swing from one thing to another thing to keep white people scared. And what I tell you, what has been 3 weeks since he said that cat's dog shit? Yep. He's going to solidify his numbers with the border. See, it's hard to explain it,
So
but he does put fear in the white people's hearts.
what's the numbers on the border now?
The numbers on the border?
Yeah.
Well, shit, he has what, 59, 58%.
So he's so
Then what the numbers have changed is she done gained more points on the border than Biden has.
okay.
So she done closed the gap as far as they are between each
Yeah,
other.
but he's still leading, and that's one of
His main things,
that's
and
one
to
of his
him,
main things.
is to keep talking about shit like this, just to keep white people thinking, oh shit, yeah, we getting overran. That's it. He the one that's gonna put a wall up and all that bullshit. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's what his key thing is. He gonna keep going
But
on
he
that.
keep going. Yeah, he keep going back to the same old shit. But
And then he think everything is tied to immigration some kind of way. It just
Right,
throwing
and
me
he-
off, bro.
nah,
Like, what the fuck? Well, that's why they open borders. Like what?
man, and
We
the
need clean
problem
air,
that-
clean water. These open borders. That's why. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
And the problem is they keep letting this dumbass go out there every day with this same stupid shit. And he talking about problems that don't exist. This ain't 2016 no more. You're not gonna pull that shit. And you keep going back to the border. The border, I ain't no border expert, but consensus is the border ain't as bad as what he's trying to say. Crossings are down and other shit is down around it. If the people see you lying, know you lying, and y'all keep sending this dumbass out there to lie every day, lie about the FEMA money, you lying about all kind of hurricane shit, you lying about this, every other word come out your mouth is an untruth. And you really think the people going to trust you? The only people who's going to trust you is a complete idiot. And at this point, if you still MAGA, you're a complete idiot in my book. So,
And that's why he don't be fact checked.
he don't want to be.
Who on earth make it clear that he don't want to be fact checked? Why you do that? It's like me and you get locked up, and we ain't sitting in the joint. They split us both up, and we both hit him with, "Hey, you can't fact check us though. If you fact checking us, we ain't saying that. I ain't saying damn thing. Fuck it."
And see, the problem
Like
thing
what?
about him is, and I don't understand this about the people, and the people he got working around him, either they too weak to fight back against him, or they stupid, because he's a former president. You got access. He has access to shit nobody else can get. Only a few people in this world can get. So, if anything is true or not true, he should know. But yet, y'all let him go out there and lie, and blatantly lie, or as some people have suggested, he ain't playing with a full deck. He ain't wrapped too tight right now up in the head, and y'all filling his head with this shit and sending him out there. So either way, ain't nobody doing that man no favors.
Yeah, but at some point, man, even though he says, at some point, people have to motherfucking start. Like, for example, when he say stuff like eating cats and dogs, right? And then we have somebody come on our podcast and say that shit, right? It's like, bruh, you just listened to what he said and skipped everything and just repeated it.
Yeah,
It's the oddest shit.
It's a cult. He
like,
got these people brainwashed.
like, bro, why would you call this? Or the other motherfucker jump on and say, she ain't black. Remember that shit? Or father's white or some shit. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Why?
Check the shit. His father was like Irish.
Yeah.
Irish Jamaican looking nigga or some shit.
It's the wildest shit, bro. And everybody think Trump dumb, bro. But when he's on that joint in the black, I knew it that day, bro. I knew it when he was in that black journalist joint when he jumped out and said.
That's why I made sure
he knew what he was doing, bro. Most journalists were sitting there like, why would he do that? He know what he doing because he knows some dumb black motherfucker gonna take this and run with it.
Oh, that's what.
And start running to the community and split up the community. He not dumb. And then the Russians gonna take it from there and spread it all through Twitter. Them and that bitch ass nigga Musk.
And see that argument that you right there in that statement that you just made right there, that got everything to do with our Black Lady of the Week too. So, oh man, I'm ready. We're gonna get to that. And because it's motherfuckers out here that is taking this straight. They try to jazz it up and call it misinformation or whatever the fuck. You know, motherfucking misinformation. That's lies. And it's straight out lies. Come on, people. We're not talking about President the Laurel or the Water Buffalo or the Moose Lodge or some shit like this. We're talking about President of the United States. We're talking about the president. We're talking about the president of the country we rule. We control the world. Don't shit. Ain't nobody fucking with us, and that's just how it is. But you cannot have this dude and the people he's surrounded. These people are blatant racists. They don't like women for some reason. They don't like anybody that don't look like them. They don't want no foreigners running around here. They don't. They is trying to paint the White House white. I'm telling you, they are really trying to have a white wave in this country.
They don't understand it. What's happening here at all? They literally want any black culture out of the state, out of the country. First of all, you're not letting another one in. That's out. Only white people coming in.
Right.
Black people out or locked up.
And what they're telling you is
locked up or out.
All you little white girls, they gonna fuck the shit out of all y'all. If you don't give them the cooch, they gonna take the cooch. If you get pregnant, you just having it. Ain't no he raped me. I don't want to have it.
And trust me, men running the world once they get in control of this shit. You gonna stay your ass in the house or get your ass whooped, one or the other.
J.D. Vance said in a speech that rape is an inconvenience.
And remember, he even said not only that the woman getting her ass beat should stay the fuck there.
Take the
fuck you going. Get that ass beat and fix that turkey better next time, bitch. Right. Fuck wrong with you. Then he get on the debate stage say I love everybody. See?
Right. I mean, y'all better get hip to this shit.
Get on the debate stage say he love everybody in the world. I love you ladies. You ladies.
I'm telling you, it's about to be if they win and get their way, it's about to be a motherfucking a loose sexual revolution. Because all the white people gonna be fucking trying to repopulate the white race, then all the black people gonna start fucking because y'all ain't gonna never take over this motherfucker again. It's gonna be like a 30-year fuckathon.
Please make sure you register to vote out there, please. And thank you, wherever you stay at. Check and see when the deadline is. Register.
Yes.
Make sure you register to vote.
Vote
get out there ASAP.
Vote.
If you're in Maryland, you where to go, Maryland.
You go to vote.org and you can get to any of the 50 states you need to get to. So wherever you watching, if you're in Connecticut, you can get that. If you're in Hawaii, they can hook you up. If you in Oregon, Washington, Maryland, DC, Virginia, wherever you at, just go to vote.org and they'll hook you up. They'll get you straight.
ASAP.
That's what I did.
ASAP.
I'm telling you what I know.
So get it in. Everybody get out there. Get the voting, bro. Your life is starting to depend on it. Whatever type of life you want to see for your kids, the future, anybody is on the line. Now, bro, remember, man, combat with motherfucking MAGAs and fucking whatever the fuck, fake MAGAs. People don't want to say they're MAGAs and shit, whatever the fuck they are, right? And the problem we done run into is misinformation where they don't even know the info first.
Yeah.
Like the shit that they saying. Like for example, if Hillary Clinton had a pizza joint with kids in it, don't you think me and my man be mad at that? Like the shit that they say, everybody would be mad at that if that was actually happened. Now you see what I'm saying? And they make it seem like, oh, they good with it. Now you see what I'm saying? The Republicans does this, right? It be shit that if me and you was to know that was happening, if that was really happening for real, we'll have a problem with it too, right?
Correct.
But Republicans make it seem like nobody cares about it,
Right.
but them. But that's the stupidest shit. You see the mind game they do?
Hey, guys, think if they bitch enough about something and moan about something, it'll make it true, or
exactly,
or it'll make it noticeable. That's why old dumbass made the statement that, you know, even though that the eating dog and cat thing ain't true, you know, he'll put it out there and was glad he put it out there because it brought attention to immigration.
No,
basically.
What did it do to Black Mac we had the other day? Oh, I believe it.
I believe
they
it.
said it. They said it. They said it in the town hall.
Look,
you know where that town hall shit come from? For anybody listening right now, Nazis, racist pigs, made that story up and got you black motherfuckers saying it. It's the dumbest shit, bro. Nazis started that story because Nazis want pure white people.
Yes, they do.
So what the fuck is wrong with you?
Pure Aryans.
So they're gonna tell you Haitians are doing shit like that or black individuals, period. Because Trump already taking care of Mexicans. You know, they good with that. Let's take care of anything else, Doc. Haitians, you're next.
Yeah, you know, Haitians, you motherfuckers just happen to like they had a Wheel of Fortune motherfuckers they want to get, like, damn, we don't know who we're gonna get, spinning wheel. And Haitians came up and damn.
Yeah. It's like Haitians. That we already did Mexicans.
Yeah.
Oh, black people, you know they done. Haitians. They black too though, but they Haitians.
Want to get them little
so let's get them. You know what I'm saying? It's like
little dark chocolatey motherfuckers for a long
what
time.
The fuck?
Yeah.
So we always got to defend off. People don't even know what the hell they talking about. Then you ask them to look it up, or where you getting your shit from? They have that. They don't even give you that.
I get it from the news. What news?
We asked a nigga the other day. All right, bro, give us where you get your shit from. He just laughed. Remember that shit?
Yeah, where you get it? Oh, you little motherfucker funny. You go ask me.
That nigga laughed like it was funny to him.
Where I get my news from? This nigga crazy.
Yeah.
No, motherfucker, do the research.
You gonna tell us do research? I'm like, bro, where you getting your shit from? He started laughing. No, nigga, it don't work like that, bro. You don't like government stats. You don't like nobody's stats. Where your shit can come from, bro? The fuck? So this week we're gonna recognize and then tell you somebody that has a problem that we have too. Addressing these fools about this dumbass shit. Now, this week we're going to talk about somebody that most people might not know, right? And she be around. She commentate on YouTube and all types of stuff, right?
Right.
Miss Colbert, right? Now she be on
Rolling in the Mud.
Rolling Mud and stuff like that, right? So shouts out to her, right? Now, I guess she do a little podcast like everybody else do, right?
Yeah, she got a show on Sirius XM, that is.
Check that out, anybody get a chance, because this is a pro-black woman that don't play bullshit when it comes to she's just like us, but a female. You know what I'm saying? That yeah, now she encountered a food the other day. Mm-hmm. So I want to play this joint. It's on Twitter.
Yeah, you got it.
Check her out. Follow her on Twitter too. You know what I'm saying?
Why are you coaching
James from Cali? Well, first of all, this is on her Twitter, her podcast, and she has somebody on here with her. So you hear a man voice, that's him talking. Now, this is somebody calling into her show and explaining why they don't like Kamala.
James from Cali. What's up, James?
Hey, I've been hearing this. I just wanted to see if you knew for sure. Did 29-year-old Kamala Harris sleep with 60-year-old Willie Brown? And did he start her career?
you coochie faxing a 59-year-old woman? Who did you sleep with 30 years ago? And did they start your career?
Can you fact check that?
No, I asked you a question. Who were you sleeping with 30 years ago? Do you know who you slept with 30 years ago?
Well, I'm not a politician, so I'm not running for
but you
president.
asking about somebody's coochie. So let's run your dick facts. Who did you sleep with 30 years ago? Why is that since it's your business who she slept with? Then that's our business now. Since you didn't call into a international radio show, who did you sleep with 30 years ago? Do you remember?
You a hoe I ain't voting for.
And you a clown. You a stupid, goofy ass clown. That's the dumbest shit. You should be fucking embarrassed to call into a national radio show running a 30-year-old coochie fax. What the fuck does that have to do with the guy?
First of all, the coochie fax is then that bitch said, we got to dick check you. Where you dick, bitch? Hey, bro, like what? Well, first of all, it sounds so similar to the shit we've been going through, bro.
That's why when I seen this and I said, I seen this, I was like, yeah, we gotta play this. We gotta talk about this, cause that's the same shit we be talking about.
And then at the end, he screams out on his way out, well, is she a hoe? I ain't voting for her. What? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck was that about? That didn't even make sense.
Goddamn price of tea in China. You are goofy. This is the dumbest shit I ever heard in my whole life. You ain't said shit about motherfucking gas prices, grocery prices, climate changes, a whole motherfucking hurricane in this country. People running for cover. And you talk about somebody fucked maybe, possibly, potentially 30 years ago? That don't sound goofy to you?
All right, first of all, to clear that up, they were together.
Yes, they were.
Back in those days. That was more than 30 years ago, probably. She also dated Montel Williams. Like, she was single. She was
single.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't know what to say about that, but that's what it was. I don't know what's the problem. I'm lost on why is that a thing. I'm lost.
See,
it's like you support a pig or orange demon called Dodald.
Right.
That's been called for sexual harassing bitches, 52 bitches.
Right.
3-4 wives, fucking on those wives, and gonna say if she a slut. What's him? What would make the orange demon? We're like, what the fuck?
See, we losing track of and the brother, you losing track too. You that dumbass call you made up in there.
Man, stop.
Oh my God. Cause she was a single woman. She was 29 years old. She do the fuck she want to do. And Willie and his wife wasn't together at the time. They was already broke up. So she wasn't no home wrecker. So all of this about she was fucking Willie Brown, and then the bitch Lauren Loomer put out about a month ago that she sucked Willie Brown off or some shit, sucked Willie Brown dick and got a job.
I know you ain't talking about the bitch that was in the movie theater.
Nah,
that's not her.
The bitch that was just a side piece.
I'm about to say
racist hoe. And so they just trying to bring Willie down and make Willie, she fucked Willie when she was 29, he was 60. And like Willie, some old old ass nigga going around, gutterball ass nigga she done fucked.
He was the mayor at the time.
And that nigga was the mayor. But my thing is this, I mean, I'm not gonna bring her down.
My thing, two things.
Yeah.
She was district attorney, attorney general. Those two things you have to run for. People got to vote for those.
People.
So who you fuck was to be irrelevant.
It was irrelevant. My
honest,
whole thing is this. You say Willie was 60, she was 29.
He had to be a bad motherfucker. I can't wait till I'm 60. I can fuck a 29-year-old.
I don't shame her. Shit, I'm proud of Willie.
That's what I just said.
Shit, fuck that. You got to give Willie his props.
Yeah, hell yeah. Back then too, she probably was hot as shit. Because now I will fuck.
Oh
her.
my God.
This is a person running for president that I will actually fuck. I will fuck these shit out of that show. That's crazy. We need to talk to women because women always had men as president. But did they feel like fucking them though?
Look.
Oh, Clinton. Remember back in the day?
Bill fucked everybody.
But they wanted, tomorrow in general, like the people in general like Clinton. They will fuck Clinton. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get that feel from Bush. No. I ain't get that from they will fuck Obama. Yeah, till this day, they still will fuck. They
jump all over that motherfucker.
Now you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking. Yeah.
You know, for the rest of his life, though, I just like to be in a motherfucking room with Willie Brown when Kamala Harris come on TV, or especially when she make her acceptance speech and become vice president elect. I like to sit there and be inside Willie's head because I know Willie be like, damn, I hit that. That's how burnt their ass up. I cooked that ass.
That's how niggas looking at motherfucking Carly B. I cooked that Uranus.
I cooked that ass.
And then that bitch got all that bread.
Yeah, but y'all motherfuckers need to stop that shit because y'all running with some wild ass lies and shit.
Like, hold on. Like, if you get mad because this bitch was fucking somebody back in the day,
yeah, I mean,
like, you cannot be supporting this clown then.
Okay.
He is the prime example of a hoe.
Right.
Like, what are we talking about?
Come on, bro.
That's about the retardedest shit I ever heard.
That's why y'all gotta be careful with, where you get your motherfucking news from. Cause that ain't no motherfucking news. We all knew everybody, the Willie Brown shit been out there forever. So
exactly.
Y'all ain't got nothing on. She putting out policies. Evidently, you ain't got nothing on it. But then but this ain't even about that. This is about that brother and brothers like him calling in, running with some shit. Oh, she a hoe.
I ain't vote for you. Like, that sounds so crazy, I ain't vote for.
Dude, Reese Kobe was right. You a goofy motherfucker. That's some of the dumbest shit because she gave Willie Brown something back in the day, which is irrelevant to the fact that can she do the job or whatever. That's what you worried about?
Exactly.
Project 2025, the playbook is out there. That's what you worried about?
Now, Reese, it's something we do every week. Mm-hmm. And we think that you are viable for this award.
Yeah.
This is the Cocoa Butter
Black Lady of the Week.
And we got mercy. This is how honest now, Reese. You can't take this for light now.
No.
You're the Black Lady of the Week.
Right on.
You know?
And check out her show. A lot of people try to come at her because they don't like the language that she uses, the way she talk or whatever. But look,
that's why she need to come on our joint because we don't give a fuck either.
If
I like it. You fit right in.
It's kind of like, I mean, she doing the same thing we doing. She bringing it at a level that
just being ourselves.
The people we know and have been around and be around and came up with will understand what's saying. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He know exactly when she told that motherfucker, you a goofy motherfucker. But hold on, we didn't even play the rest of it.
She went in on that nigga.
She went on and said that nigga need to get some coochie.
Exactly. Yeah.
She decapitated that nigga. She castrated and decapitated that dude. I don't think he want to pick up and call another talk show and get in life.
So check her out.
Yeah, Cocoa Butter.
I will say more, but she married.
Right.
So right. I do appreciate you though as the Black Lady of the Week. And check her out on, like you said, Rolling Rotten. She be on that a lot too. So check out on the Rolling Rotten.
She be on there. She got a show on Sirius XM. Got a channel, but she's on Sirius because she is serious.
You know? That's our Black Lady of the Week for sure.
Right on.
Bro.
Uh-oh.
This is something I really want to touch on now, man.
Oh shit.
It's an issue. Man, I don't know. Our culture getting funny now, bro. Because if motherfuckers probably young, they probably don't give a fuck about blackface. I don't know.
They don't know either. They think it's they think that shit cool on Halloween.
But one thing about blackface is disrespectful to our culture, period. If we gotta teach you that, we gotta teach you that. That's why we're here. Come think of it. So, dang, we might be getting out another award tonight for this fool. Just talk about that.
Oh shit.
So, man, what's this fool name?
Mike Lawler.
This is Mike Lawler, Republican, as usual, right? Republicans think it's okay to use fucking blackface. Now, it's something that's been real, something to me. I've been trying to figure this thing out. It's real funny to me how it's been a thing where we've been catching these white people and they've been dressed up like our peoples, our most celebrated peoples in our culture, right? Like the Diana Rosses, the Michael Jacksons, and they just dressed up like these people. And it's real. I don't know. I can't put my finger on what is that about. Where they can literally. It's so racist. First of all, I get that, but what is this thing where it's out here? Like we live in a state that it's probably not happening. We probably got to find some crevice and cracks somewhere where people doing some type shit like that. But on states that people are doing this, it's just like, what is their thought process? First of all, because this was back when they was growing up in college and shit like that, where this is college, high school. Like what you do is important. What you do make you cool or uncool. You feel me? Putting on blackface, that had to be cool in your atmosphere.
Yeah, where they
now you see what I'm saying?
I mean,
for anybody who don't know what we talking about, this man dressed up like fucking Michael Jackson back in college. They found his pictures, and you can take it from there.
Dude, all y'all motherfuckers dressed up like Michael Jackson. The last motherfucker that caught up in blackface was
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. What the fuck is the problem? Damn, that should have been Prince. But you know how that shit is. Some motherfuckers grew up in the time and shit. They probably granddaddies, great granddaddies, somebody fucking showed them some shit and thought they like this shit was funny. We love this shit. We did. Oh, motherfucker, Joseph. And these people, it's just like it's ingrown, is in they family culture or whatever shit. And
it's there. It's just, it's something that if I ain't do this podcast, I would have noticed. Like it's like something comes up every once in a while with somebody, some blackface. I'm thinking, what the fuck is happening? Where this gotta be still, they gotta be still doing this wherever they at. You know what I'm saying? It's like it just dawned on me that this got to be happening somewhere, some culture somewhere.
Because they ain't been taught. They, in their community, they ain't been taught what it means to black people. And then the people that you ought to teach, they don't give a fuck because they still that way. So they not learning that. Nah, man, this is some shit. You just don't do this shit. You can dress like a motherfucker. You can put on a Jerry curl wig and one glove, and everybody.
What's
know who
the
you
blackface for?
Right. And at that point, when him and Michael Jackson probably had the same skin tone anyway.
That's another thing we trying to figure out. Why y'all keep doing that when he already changed to y'all?
Right.
We have there's very little room for error on any of these votes. And on this particular issue, about 90% of the base bill, there's agreement on within the conference. The question today was about amendments.
What does it say about Republicans' ability to govern or
did she ask a nigga about that shit?
No, and I don't think the vast majority of the conference like this or that, and the radical left, and basically throwing in Israel. The Israeli people will determine, and still being held to today, including electoral politics, to be put ahead.
Done along party lines. In this session of Congress, though, 7 of these votes have failed at the hands of your party.
I thought she asked him about that shit before. Ain't nobody ever asked him about that?
As far as I know, it's some new shit that just came out the other day.
I got you. I thought
they
somebody
found
asked
some
him.
shit. They found some, they found some pictures. I still ain't seen the pictures, but I read the article.
The picture already
there.
He got literal blackface on him.
Oh my goodness.
That's blackface all in his neck and everything, bro.
Yeah.
You disrespectful.
He wanted to be a brother.
Like, for example, would you leave out there and walk in a black neighborhood like that?
Fuck no.
Now you see what I'm saying? You know you wrong.
Fuck no.
So why would they be doing? And this in college where it comes back to what I was saying. Just gotta be their culture. Just gotta be happening, bro.
Got to be.
That's some wild shit. But what is that though? I'm still trying to understand what the fuck. I wish I can talk to one of these people that does this. They ain't gonna probably admit it, but
oh hell no, they never gonna do that.
It's like, what is that? It's real. I never thought of to paint my face white. Even growing up liking Lone Ranger, right? That Lone Ranger was white dude, wasn't he?
Yeah, the Lone Ranger was white.
And I never thought of painting my face. I got the guns like him. I got the hat like him. But the thought of painting my face white, where did that come from?
No.
I never thought of that. Superman, that's my guy.
Yeah.
He white as fuck.
Let's put on some.
I think I was Superman one of my birthdays. Oh, never in my wildest dream thought about just chalking my face up white. Like, what is that? When you do that, you know you're being a racist pig to me, bruh. Yeah. To paint your face black.
And just
what's his full name again?
Old Mike Lawler.
So everybody know. He actually had blackface on. If anybody that live in his state.
But
he's 38 years old. For anybody don't know, he's 38 years old.
Oh, he that?
A Republican.
Oh, no. He's supposed to know better. Yeah, he's supposed to know better than that shit.
Thank you. He in college doing that.
Yeah. He's 38.
Like, what are we doing?
He's 38. He was in college, not even
in the 2000s.
Right. So you
what the fuck you got blackface on in 2000s for, bro?
No.
Nah, it's no excuse for that. I'm sorry, bro.
He lucky somebody ain't slapped shit out of him.
I'm sorry. It's no excuse for him. He's talking about I love Michael Jackson. Now, he gave the excuse that he loved Michael Jackson when he was younger. He followed around Michael Jackson when he was younger. He went to Michael Jackson trial. He did. That's what he did.
So he had to find a way to throw the trial up in there.
He said, not what he said. I don't know. He might be a trumper. You never know. Lie. But he said he used to go to his trial and all that good stuff. So does that make it okay? Because he went to Michael Jackson. He used to love him when he was younger, and he went to his trials. Does it make it okay now to put blackface on?
Fuck no.
I'm just trying to figure out his logic. What the fuck what are we talking about, bro? It's no excuse.
I don't know, man. It just to say.
I know you. Even if you love him, cool.
Just say. I mean, it was something I did when I was younger. I was in college. I didn't think it was wrong. I didn't know no better. I just know better.
College don't,
leave it alone. And the motherfucker leave you fuck alone. Okay, he ain't know no better. Blah blah blah. He apologized. Keep it moving, dumbass.
Yeah, you 20 years old and don't know blackface. You doing that right there is foul.
Right.
Really though?
I ain't say we gonna believe him. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
I say.
It's just so odd for you to do it, period. Is my thing. Like the thought process is I'm trying to get to. Is like the fact that that's on your mind to change your color to black, knowing the history of blackface, right? And just like I just said, growing up loving Superman, never as a kid, at no time thought about my face should be white.
Right.
That is, if anything, I'm thinking I'm the new black Superman. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck? You could have put that glove on and put some jerry curl juice on, and we could have been cool.
Just leave it alone. I mean, look.
I'm just lost. He don't even have no jerry curl in this picture, bro. It's just blackface in love. That's not even Michael Jackson.
Fuck no.
What is that?
All he got on is a Michael Jackson jacket.
That's it. No jerry curl. Just
No
a fucking
nothing.
black face.
With a glove.
No glove.
With a glitter socks.
What makes that even Michael Jackson at this point?
Well, fuck you. Michael Jackson going to 7-Eleven?
Like what?
Come on, man.
What are we doing, bro? I can't take his lies. I don't believe nothing he's saying, bro.
Fuck no.
You was a racist, bro, when you did this. I'm sorry. And the people around you agreed with it because it had to be a thing. I don't find that it's a thing they do. What is that? Like, black people don't go around somewhere. We don't have no thing where we, you know what I'm saying? Acting like we fucking somebody who
put on some motherfucking white makeup in.
Yeah, we just
That's
no thing for us. What is that?
Right. You can do it without having to motherfucking put on some motherfucking makeup to make you look like a tar baby, you asshole.
I just don't man.
And don't think a motherfucker, you don't think a motherfucker will be offended?
It's just hard for me to get there.
It's just ignorant.
The fact that these people are racist and don't know it is funny as shit.
All the little motherfuckers that are imitating Michael Jackson, little white kids that are imitating Michael Jackson. You can see in his motherfucking videos, the commercials, all the shit that might be on social media wasn't like that then. But the shit that was out there, you didn't see none of them in blackface.
Why? If you put a glove on,
you seen them with a white sequin glove.
Or you put the jacket on with the glove.
Jacket.
You soft. If you put on some jerry curl, the shit is soft.
The high water pants. And the penny loaf.
And then you white. He was almost your color any fucking way. What are we going back to black?
Oh man, I was just doing I had that motherfucking beanie jacket on that night. And if you had that motherfucking in the 90s, where the fuck did you get that from? Somebody's having a Michael Jackson garage sale.
And what are you using for blackface?
Right.
What are they doing?
Probably a whole lot of that shit that Trump spray on his face.
What is that though?
I don't know. Some orange spray.
Boy, before we get out here, this 38-year-old Republican member of the House for New York 17th Congressional District. So anybody in New York, get this bitch ass nigga out of there because he running against somebody now as we speak. And it coming up, get out there and vote and get this pig the fuck out of there. Right. He's a Project 2025 vote.
Right. Next he's gonna be dressed up as Samuel L. Jackson.
It's always Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Always Michael Jackson.
Aretha Franklin.
No, I haven't seen that one.
I've seen that a lot. Aretha Franklin, Michael Jackson is more Michael Jackson a lot.
I've seen a lot of Michael Jackson.
The Aretha Franklin, Diana Ross.
I might have seen a Prince.
Diana Ross, Michael Jackson, and Aretha Franklin is the three joints that's constantly they doing. Why?
But shit, the Diana Ross is one of the motherfucking drag queens do.
It's so odd to me, bro. I think the last dude, what did he have on? Diana Ross, I think.
Damn, I never
the one in Virginia.
Oh,
remember that?
Wasn't them the motherfucking cross dressers?
The one in Virginia had blackface on.
Damn. The one in Virginia was
he had
Michael
a thick
Jackson.
blackface on too. Yeah.
The one
he was Michael Jackson too. Yeah.
Yeah, he was Michael Jackson. I remember that one. That was the one before. Like I said,
and they tried to get him. Did he resign? I don't even think he resigned.
Hell no. He said, hell no. I ain't gonna know.
But he started doing so much for black culture.
Right.
See
right,
again.
Black people need, man.
Yeah, he did so much out there after that. Yeah.
We need lower taxes. Fuck that. The black people need help.
Yeah, he started implementing a lot of things. To the same thing. The people that bring up my man, what's the motherfucker that was in Congress that was in the KKK? People bring him up a lot.
Oh, Bird.
And that it was almost the same thing like that, where he spent the rest of his time trying to do everything he could for black people.
Right.
It's like, do you get rid of that person that's trying to break his back for black people now? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's for him to make up for it. He tried to do so much for our coach. He signed so many bills. He did so much for us. After that, it was crazy.
That's just like the motherfucking chick that was working for the NAACP, Rachel Dolezal. She was posing as black for it. I guess since she found out what black was. She's like, damn, I'm just black. I want to be black.
Yeah.
And She was in the motherfucking NAACP. Her mother and father exposed her though. That was some cold shit. Cause you fucked a lot of shit up. Cause she was out in that motherfucker getting work done. She was getting shit past Jesse Jackson couldn't get through. This bitch was she was doing it.
Let's kind of go to what the lies of Trump be doing this shit, right? Where people are just mixed or look a certain way, he fuzzy the waters and make you debate it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like they ain't us. They not like us. They not us.
Where he don't give a fuck about either culture.
Well,
You see what I'm saying?
Fuck about them either.
If it ain't white, he don't give a fuck. He just want y'all to debate it. He leave it up. He throw a bomb in the black culture and then walk away like I don't give a fuck about them.
If you could switch this shit right about now, and he could get the motherfucking support that the type of support that Kamala Harris had, he would dump all that maggot bigots in a hot minute.
Oh, once he loses his joint, people gonna start realizing he don't give a fuck about them.
Yeah, fuck about y'all, because he gonna disappear. But exactly. I don't know. I got a theory on that, but I keep that to myself.
Nah, he done.
I know. I ain't saying anything.
Like, all right, we know he can't run for anything after this, but he can still come out like he always been, talk and stir this bullshit up as usual. Mm-hmm. It never can end his microphone of just saying wild shit, because he was doing that before he ran for president. He gonna do it after.
But I think after this election, he loses, you won't hear much from him. Probably in the beginning, but he gonna go off into the sunset. Because for one, they gonna excommunicate his ass from the club anyway. They gonna fix it so they'll try to make it so you forget this motherfucker was president. Because whatever president's gonna fuck with him, none of the ex-presidents fucking with him. The current president won't fuck with him. He gonna keep going down these rural areas having rallies? Shit for what? His political career done. His motherfucker businesses in shambles. This motherfucker, man, running for president, the worst thing he ever did. That's the biggest mistake he ever did.
It's a lot going on, right? But I like where we at in general in this race. Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all know we not having anything. We for the vice president. Y'all knew that for a while now. So
you better knew it.
But so we ain't hiding that. But what I'm saying in general is, I just like the state of where, for somebody to get thrown in, like she said on The View, like one day she was just chilling at home as the vice president doing really nothing. And next thing you know, main man called her and everything just went into skyrocket ever since then. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you gotta give her credit on the way she handled it, the way this thing went. She could have made things harder. She could have, you know what I'm saying, said no. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. It could have went a lot of ways. She could have been like, look, you know what? That's way too much for me. I'm not ready to be there. But she ran for president before, so he kind of knew that she was ready. You know, and she been vice president for a while, but still, at this time, when you say that, that means I have to take over everything. That's a big load. That was a big decision for her to make. That was a big decision. That wasn't no decision you just say, oh, hell yeah, real quick. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot to go through. And like she said, she came to that conclusion of, let's go. You know what I'm saying? She had peeled her pants up and saying, all right, now I'm taking this shit. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Got this.
Now, I don't like two things that I found out today, right? Mm-hmm. When we was going through COVID, when your man was saying this shit was with a hoax and it's gonna go away and all that wild shit.
Oh yeah.
It was a certain amount of time in that time frame where nobody had mask, nobody had test. I know y'all remember that shit, right?
Yep.
And during that whole time, with us as Americans, was going through a pandemic that he was squandering. People were dying.
He mismanaged.
We had a shortage on masks, a shortage on testing. He sent boatloads and shipments
to Putin,
to fucking Russia, bro.
Yeah.
And that's why we were short. See, again, if that was a Democrat, Republicans know how to take that and beat it over your head all the way to the end of the election, right? Democrats don't. Wake up tomorrow, see how many Democrats talk about this. You talking about a motherfucker that took the resources from America in a crisis when we was running around scarce looking for, we couldn't find tests to even test us.
Yeah.
He was giving the test to Putin in their country.
He gave him the test. He gave him testing machines. You had people out here, they was making fucking morgues, makeshift morgues and parking lots of hospitals. That's how many people was dying. People was dying, y'all.
Given our test.
You were sending this shit, and you were sending this shit over to Russia. And this motherfucker Putin called him, talking about, man, don't say that you sent me this shit or whatever. You know, I don't want to mad at you. They can be mad at me, but come on, dude.
But the point is, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you run for president because you want to take care of American people, right? And then when he put in a position to take care of American people, he do not give a fuck.
Man, he sent this man.
Why would you? It made, bro, this is my first time hearing that today.
Yeah, that shit.
But it made me start thinking about that time.
Bob Woodward did it again. That's motherfucker since Watergate. He ain't even cooled down off of Watergate. He just fucking everybody shit up.
It started making you start thinking at that time how fucked up we was. Why would you send that shit over there?
This shit came off of Woodward today. And it's supposed to be a book on Biden because a lot of shit in there on Biden. And it's supposed to be a book on Biden, but all motherfuckers talk about is the shit on Trump about sending the COVID testing stuff.
Like, why would you do that?
Right. And the 7 call and the 7 calls he had with Putin. Bro.
Now, y'all listen to us. We don't get on here and make up a motherfucking thing.
I ain't made up nothing.
This the shit this fool do.
That's what he do.
Like, what? I wish we'd have known that when it happened, bro.
Hey, yeah, I mean, nobody knew it to today.
He literally gave our resources.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta put your head around this. I'm being honest with y'all, bro. Stop and think. This is what I did today when I heard it. I was like, wait, what? Y'all gotta remember, we were fucked up. We had no test. Y'all gotta remember this. We didn't know what it was. We didn't have tests. Masks was short. He sent our shipment of that to Russia and Putin and them. And Putin told him, don't tell nobody. Wait, what? Since he has been a regular citizen, he been talking to Putin 7-8 times. Why?
And you would think that a normal candidate, this would sink their candidacy. And it's not going to do nothing. Nothing going to change.
Oh, it can't. Tomorrow just got to be a huge thing. There's no way this goes so slide by quietly.
Nah, it's been out there all day about this shit, but it's not. It ain't the firestorm you think it should be, and you would think that.
Let me ask you this. For example, this hurricane came, right?
Right.
And they got laws and things set up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that your first reaction is you got a $750 limit on the first joint you get for dire needs, right?
Yeah, get you
immediately out of there, that situation, right?
Gotta go. It ain't much, but it's all we can.
Exactly. It's like if you got $750, you can literally get your hotel room, get out of there. Right. That night, everything under control. You get yourself together, right?
Right.
That's what that's for. He gonna sit there and say, "That's all they gonna give you.
All they gonna give you.
And they gonna get all the money to immigrants." What the fuck are you talking? That's the shit I'm talking about, bro.
And the shit he accusing her of doing, he did. He did this. He took money from FEMA, and it's out there. Washington Post got it. He took money from FEMA and gave it to immigration or immigrants or whatever the fuck he did. But he did the same thing that he's accusing her of doing, or accusing the administration of doing.
I guarantee you, she is not talking Putin back door on the phone somewhere.
Fuck no.
She is not sending Putin no fucking shit that we need.
No.
Who do that?
But my point is, you would think a reasonable person with good sense would just look at this and say, man, you know, it's at this point, goddamn, maybe I tried, I can't vote for this dude or whatever the fuck.
That's all we asking y'all.
Or
we don't even asking y'all Magas to switch all the way over to vote for her. Just don't enhance, don't help him, please. And thank you. That's all. You can still love him after the day after, right?
Y'all don't even as much.
Y'all can still do y'all same thing, right?
This some wild shit. I think I got to take a second look at this dude.
But come on, man.
Look, it was machines. Those machines and them tests that all that stuff that he sent over to Vladimir Putin.
Oh my
could have gotten out to some
saved lives here.
Right. They could have gotten out of areas.
He killed so many people, bro.
And saved some lives. Because it could have been earmarked to go to some rural areas that people can't that since we shut down, then people really need help. When people can't get out, you got elderly people that can't get out and get around and get far. So you got to get so all that shit he sent over there, and it wasn't no little bit of shit.
No,
you best believe that it wasn't no little bit of shit.
Why would you say any fucking thing?
Right. So.
Now this is
if that don't make you turn around and
this
say,
is bad.
I've really got
this right here is bad.
I really need to look at this dude because and let me go back over this dude because this is
Now Howard Stern asked her about that.
And remember, and your listeners will remember, people were dying by the hundreds.
Yeah.
Everybody was scrambling to get these kits, the tests, the COVID test kits.
Couldn't get them.
Right. Couldn't get them anywhere.
Right.
And this guy who is president of the United States is sending them to Russia, to a murderous dictator for his personal use. You're getting played. And some would say, look, I grew up in the neighborhood. Some would say you're getting punked.
Yeah.
If you stand in favor of somebody who's an adversary over your friends on principles that we all agree on.
Now, Trump
that was a good point she just made too.
Man, she threw a new one out there. You getting pumped.
That was a good point. Because like in the neighborhood, what he doing there is what she just said. You getting punked, boy. What are you on?
Yeah, she ain't gone from played to punk. She just then what she said, how she said, those in the neighborhood who know you get punked.
Yeah.
Punk ass bitch.
Made a nigga get this motherfucker our shit that we needed. He gave it to him. And that's hard for me to.
I think that's why I think if she don't, I think it might be a blowout, but I definitely believe the win gonna be and the margin gonna be significant because I think a lot of the shit, especially lately, how even on Fox News, he had an interview on Fox News and she straight up fact checked him. He tried to say that she needs to be in North Carolina. She needs to go to North Carolina. She reported lady, she's like, and it's one of the main ones. So she's like, nah, she was there today. And they said she giving them $750. So that's just the one time pay. There's the payment everybody get to get essentials. That's a stop lying. So you got more and more the top tier of the Republican Party coming out against him. And if it's not a blowout, I think it'll still be significant. And I don't see where he getting no new voters at.
He don't need none.
He think he don't need none
at all.
She didn't cut in. She didn't cut in his little coalition by a lot. And if he think he don't need to get some new voters from somewhere, he lost his motherfucking mind.
See, that's the key. People ain't noticing is. You hearing an echo? The one thing that people is noticing is the key. See, one thing I this whole thing, man, It's gotta be so crazy to me, bro, because the fact that we coming off the streets and looking at this shit as people that have been in college, people that's been in the upper echelon of this nation are so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Dumber than I would ever imagine they would be dumb at this, bro. These 2.5 years us doing this, police dumb, governors are stupid as fuck, senators don't have no sense. MTG, whatever fuck her name is a prime example. It's just like it's the oddest shit, bro.
Well, and like I say, most of politics is common sense. You know, it's about where you stand in your belief. If you believe government should help people, or you should be government should be there for the people, you should believe government shouldn't do shit for you, or however you stand on the fence. It's common sense, and you got people out here that really make it harder than it has to be. It's do you believe that every person, that everybody should have access to affordable health care? Do you believe that a woman has a right to decide what to do with her body? Do you believe that? And it's common sense. It's a yes or no question. And these dumbasses make it just way, way harder than it has to be. And that's why we on here to explain this shit.
What's going on, Godfather?
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? How's everything?
What's up? What's up?
Man, it's so much going on, bro.
Mm-hmm. A whole lot.
I don't know if you have heard about that the COVID-19 tests and shit was sent to Russia.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What do you think about that?
I think it's treason. You might not understanding the word treason in this whole scenario. I mean, that's our taxpayer money. That's what we work for to get our mask in COVID-19. And you send it across seas to somebody that don't give a fuck about Americans. Like, I'm confused.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I heard that today, I was shocked, bro.
I wouldn't. I'm gonna put it past.
At some point, I get it. Trump a racist and all that, but to do that though, it's like we was here suffering here, and he just gave the joint away. That's just some odd shit, and we would still look for more. We needed more at the same time.
Yeah, that's ain't no telling what that man gave Putin.
So just think about it.
I was gonna get to that. The fact he snuck that to him, what the else he gave him?
All Ukraine information.
Huh?
He gave him all Ukraine information. I think Ukraine was already set up for Ukraine to go not Ukraine, Russia to go to Ukraine. They was thinking that Trump was going to be in term again for a second term. That's why they already was set up. But since they were set up, they lied to the vitamins because they're doing training. And then 2 weeks later, they blowing up Ukraine. It was a setup from the start. They was already given the avenues from Trump when he was in office of where to attack.
Bruh. They always say this like the most important election of the year, but I'm gonna be this. If people don't recognize that this right here, the next 30-something days,
27,
our motherfucking life would be hugely different the day after, for sure. If this motherfucker become president, bro. Everybody's life changes, no matter who you are. Things gonna change for the worse. Wow. And most people living their life like now don't give a fuck about politics and all that shit. Just going, man, that shit don't matter to me and all that. That is wow. It's like a storm coming and people telling you, hey, bro, the storm about to come. And they run past you and shit. You stand there. You know what I'm saying? That's how this shit is, bro.
It's like the hurricane. Bro. Like, get away. Hey, leave Florida, hurricane bad.
That type shit is like you tell them, Trump is a whole disaster, not just for black people, this country. Think about it. He would give our shit. He don't care about nobody walking on this earth besides him.
And Putin.
That he would give our shit to save our lives, bro. Y'all don't see nothing wrong with that?
There's a whole lot wrong with it. But the point is, we see what's wrong with it. The dummies that follow him see what's wrong with it.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, out of all things, you gonna let this nigga do that? Just give the shit away?
Yeah.
When we needed it?
No,
I'm shocked that he did that, bro. Trump, I think he do some wild shit, but to do that, bro,
look, no matter what this
in the middle of the pandemic, wow.
No matter what that dude do, the people that follow him gonna follow him. And if this ain't the last straw, nothing is the last straw. He'd have been on about 100,000 last straws and shit, but they just don't.
He owns the Republican Party, so they would not say nothing against him. He owns the party, so they can't say nothing. That's why you see all now the old Republicans of old are all voting for Kamala Harris, because there's no Republican Party anymore. It's just a MAGA. It's MAGA, Democrats, Republicans, and Independents. That's what
A
it is.
Republican would take this one issue. If Obama was to give Putin some motherfucking pandemic relief shit, and we in America was still searching and geeking for it, bro. That's why I say Democrats don't know how to do it. Like, Republicans can take a whole lie, and make you have to answer for that shit for 2-3 months. It's a lie. For example, you go back and watch each debate. All the questions are the Republican lies. Those were the questions.
I'm gonna get a campaign the benefit of the doubt on this one, because I gotta wait and see. Because just like at the debate, that next morning they had a commercial already out by 6 o'clock in the morning about JD Vance and that answer on January 6th. So I gotta see when the new commercials come out. This shit might be in a commercial that he, sent.
It already is. It's an ad already.
Oh, it's an ad already.
It's an ad already.
Give a benefit. I ain't seen it, but
it's on Twitter.
They got quick response. So let me see.
That's the one thing that, man, is real tough for me, bro. It's like, when say we debate MAGAs and all that stuff, we're not debating whether you should save our lives or not. We're not debating if it's a national disaster, that everybody get together and take care of that. That's not what we debating. We're not debating if a war break out, everybody's together. Like, that's not a debate. Like, y'all not in Congress to debate whether or not we should defend ourselves, or you should make sure we don't die. That's not a debate, nigga. That's why you there.
Oh, sure.
You got more information for us than we do. You got more information, know more than we do to take care. We're expecting you to know more and make a smart decision by being educated like you're supposed to be, right? And we're supposed to go to work normally, and we're supposed to have faith that you know the fuck you talking about, at least when natural disasters happen or war or some shit, and you're supposed to make the right decisions to make sure we stay alive. Not stop and say, all right, is you Republican? Like, what the fuck is that? This shit just threw me off, bro. I don't even know what's happening no more. Like, not no natural disasters, not wars. Why are we debating that?
He did. That was the stupid shit he did right there when he wouldn't send aid to Democrat areas.
Found that out today.
I mean,
it was a fucking hurricane. He stopped and asked them, "Oh, is that a Republican? They vote for me?" Like, what?
Yep.
That's not what you there for, bruh.
That was the California massive fire. They had to go and prove that the county that was impacted was people who voted for him.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck is that?
But it's not gonna change nothing with the people support him, and the people that support him, you know what they're gonna say? Oh, he can't send no motherfucker.
we can't send no motherfucker Putin no COVID test, but we can send all that shit around the world to everybody else.
And shit,
I would love.
that's the first thing
they got to blow this up. I got to hear their response. I got to hear what that thing will be. I gave telling you that Trump was just gonna say this all just a lie. It never happened.
He's
Right?
debunking everything. No, that was not said. I did not say
It just
that.
never happened. So his black MAGA's gonna say that they lying. That's the media. The media gonna make up just a blatant, completely. He talked to this nigga 7 times lie. Like what?
No.
Like at some point, these people gotta look at themselves in the mirror, bro. Like,
yeah,
all these things are rigged.
No.
Think about it. Since he's been running for president, everything that happened to him is rigged.
Right.
Really though?
Everything good.
The next thing I talk about is babies floating in the water in North Carolina, while Kamala Harris on a podcast. I heard a lady say that was on Fox News. They said, "Yeah, people dying and babies floating in water. And you on a podcast."
Now you see, it's the oddest shit. And then tomorrow we wake up. They're not gonna be talking about what we just talking about. Then we say, they gonna have that campaign, her campaign on their action. You was doing these podcasts yesterday, but Trump campaign said you're ignoring them when they know the bitch already did everything possible.
Yeah.
See, this is shit that throws me out. Tomorrow, watch the questions.
Mm-hmm.
Why is they doing it like that? That's my problem. Do y'all notice that?
Yeah. I think they're limited. I think they're told to be limited about what to say, so that's why they hold back. You know, they want to fact check a lot, but since they didn't fact check during the debate, they just kind of like fact checking only certain things. Like if you sitting on my table, I'm gonna fact check you. I'm not gonna fact check Trump. I'm gonna fact check you because you sitting on my show, like that. But at that same time, nobody's fact checking, so it's like if nobody ain't gonna fact check it, then it's like it's gonna continue.
Now, this is a key point right here from Kyle, right? Say from the Midwest and white guy, right? And he made a huger point, a bigger, broader point, right? That it's white people that will benefit and be safest with a Trump presidency, right? They will benefit. Most white people will benefit from a Trump presidency. No doubt about it. And the ones that admitted it, those are ones I got big respects for, right? But living in the Midwest and stuff like that, you are the key to getting him the fuck out of our lives. You, that white man in Midwest, is the key. You are the key to getting that food the fuck out of here, bro. I understand, like you just said, you'll benefit from him, but at the same time, he's an idiot, and you don't want him to represent you on the world stage. I get that. Even though it go deeper from our culture than just represent the world stage, but he's an idiot too. You see what I'm saying? And I appreciate you chiming in and saying that as a white guy, you are safest as him being president, but you would not want him being fucking president. I agree. That's what I get you. That's what we need more of. People like that to stand up and say, I get it. He will benefit me just as me being a white guy in the Midwest, but he is not right for the country right now. And that I respect. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get his name right. Kyle Ben, the CV. You know?
It's not that only he's going to help benefit. It's designed to be a white man's world. The whole project 25.
Yeah, so they will benefit. Like I always said, the white culture will benefit.
But women and black people and Spanish people all love.
That's it. That's it. Do you care about the rest of the people?
Yeah.
And that's why this is a good this is why when you look at the polls, it's neck to neck, because half of these people feel that way, that he don't hurt me, right? You're a white person. He does nothing that anything he says that's white supremacist like. We the only people that feel and don't like that. You know what I'm saying? To a white person, it does nothing to them. It just is nothing. If anything, he gonna do anything in his power to make sure the white person benefits in any type of way, right? So to them, they can benefit. They don't care. But it's the white people that says, you know what, even though I benefit, he gonna hurt so many other people. Now you see what I'm saying? And he banking on those white people just not doing anything or coming out and voting for him anyway. Now you see what I'm saying?
But that's where the problem. That's where the problem lies at, because he got the vote of 77% of white men, but for each white man, for that percentage, there's 3 women. So for every white man, there's 3 white women.
Mm-hmm.
So all they focus on, okay, the more I pull from white women, if I can get 80% of the white women, I win the election. That's all she needs, 80% of the white women, because she got 77%.
I get that, but I'm gonna tell you, that sounds good, but most of these women are in states that she's gonna win anyway. Like in Pennsylvania, that's the key point, right? It's gonna be guys like him in Wisconsin, like the white, like Kyle in Wisconsin, and these states that they talk about a lot. To me, is teetering. They trying to figure out are they racist state or not. Like to me, the states that they be like, these are the what's the name states, the battleground states. To me, it's states that know they racist and states that know they not, right? And to me, the battleground states are the states are in between. And this is the motherfucking race right here. They have to make their mind up. Are they a racist state? If you Pennsylvania, you go for Trump, you are now a racist state. It's just no way around that, right? Wisconsin, if you go for Trump, if your votes go for Trump and he win your state, that state is now a racist state. Then you see what I'm saying?
Whatever state go with Trump.
So,
it's
like,
their label.
We already know Ohio and shit like that is going to vote Trump, right? We already know those states are racist and real tough for black people in general, right? So the states that's in the middle, like the Wisconsins, the Pennsylvanias, the ones they talk about all the time, the Atlanta, Georgias, the Arizonas, right? Those are the joints that's teetering between. They don't know if they racist or not.
Yeah,
now you see what I'm saying?
No. The problem is they know they racist.
Oh wait, let's say for Georgia, for example,
yeah,
the state might have been racist before, but now it's an influence of other cultures. So now they don't know if it's racism, and then you get to in between. Then you get a Democrat in the Senate. Now you get a Democrat in the Congress. Now you feel me? Then they vote for the president as a Trump. So in between, those are the states are in between of racism or not being racist. No. If you go to New York, it's not a racist state, right? Now you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if you go to another state that's going fully Trump, that's a racist state.
But the thing is, this is not the black people got to wake up. How can you be racist on your own self? Because if the black people would go out and vote in these countries, in these states, we would overpower everybody.
So we talking Pennsylvania, Georgia, Wisconsin.
No, just Georgia alone. If everybody in Georgia go out and actually really vote, we could actually Georgia would be a blue state.
I get what you're saying.
People only want to vote when it's convenient for them.
I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it can switch to red too.
The only time it's in between. But the only why it switch to red because you got black people that's not voting. You got black people that's like Mark Robinson over there.
I get that. I get that. I get that.
If we actually focus, the black people actually focus in Georgia, we would win Georgia every single time.
I get what the perception is. If we get all our votes out, we can make that just a blue state. I get that, but at the point in time, it's in between. Whereas a state that's not sure where they are. The same thing like Pennsylvania, they in between, where they're not sure who they are. Right? That's why they call battleground states.
Every state
because you look at North Carolina,
vote with Trump. Every state that vote with Trump is going to get labeled as a MAGA state. Every state that votes red, they lose because you're going to be labeled as a racist state that's against women. Not only are you going to lose your use your tourism money, you're gonna start having black people migrate out of them states because they're gonna feel that shit ain't for them. That state ain't for them. So that's why you got so many people out here now who want their state to go blue. Because if they state go red, you gonna ever forever, a couple generations or so, won't be known as a racist state. You don't want to go up in there. If you black, you don't want to go through there. If you are Mexican, you Chinese, you whatever. If you a woman, you don't go to that state. And that's
how I am with Florida. I would not go to Florida right now while DeSantis is the governor. I would never go to Florida. I be telling everybody. Like my friend Maurice, he about to go to Florida, Miami. Do not spend your dollars in fucking Florida until the governor DeSantis is out of the fucking seats. Because you're taking away everything black down there.
Oh yeah.
Why am I gonna spend my black money down there? My money down there when you take away everything, even the black caucus. Yes, the black caucus left in Florida. Like that should tell you something. Don't go spend your money down there.
In Florida, another state, it's just like you gotta like. I feel like Trump feel. Be honest with you, he know his voters are who they are. Anybody that vote for him, agree with him, or just sympathize with him. He noticed at this point, everybody in the United States know him. There's no need for him to do anything. To him, it's just whatever that day come, people go out and vote. It is what it is. He don't need to court nobody and none of that shit. To him, everybody know him, and the people that's gonna vote for him gonna vote. It's just how you look at it. And when we watch TV, everybody's only telling him what to do. You should go to this state. You should do it. He don't give a fuck about none of that. To him, everybody know me, and everybody. I got 77 million last time. Got 80 million that next time, and that should win me this one. That's how you look at it. That's literally how you look at it. I'm gonna get all my races out. I'm gonna keep talking racist all the way to the end and getting most of them out as possible. I'm gonna squeeze all the lemon juice out of this bitch.
But a lot of that 75 million. Yeah, a lot of that 75 million that he got that wasn't MAGA, he lost a lot of it. So he don't have 75 million no more. So he's starting at he got MAGA, and maybe a little bit more. But he don't got enough to win no presidency.
We don't know.
Shit. He done lost so many.
We don't know. The person that got the most votes ever in history was Biden.
Yeah.
The second was Trump.
Yeah.
Ain't no yeah. That means you got to match that shit again with him, because he gonna keep bringing his same amount.
Right.
That's how he feel, and I believe him, bro.
Right. That's how he feel. That's what he believes. But what he's not understanding is a lot of the support that he had then went away.
We don't know.
Not going to vote. Either it's not going to vote or it's going to vote for her.
Wait. His first joint was a certain amount. The second joint, he got more. Now you see what I'm saying? He expecting to get more this time.
I agree with you.
So therefore, she got to get as many of those votes first.
He's expecting, but what I'm saying is, look, he got his MAGA base. Then he had other mainstream Republicans that voted for him. Now, say he lost 20. I think it's more, but I just say he lost 25% of the support that wasn't hardcore MAGA that was voting for him the last time. He's in trouble. That's not 70.
We don't know if he lost that though.
He lost it.
We don't have no clue of that.
You know he lost it
at all.
Come on, you got too many. You got so many mainstream. You
probably thought he lost him last time, right? He got more votes than he did the first time.
He expected to win last time, but he didn't.
Even though he lost, he got more votes than he did the last time.
You got all of these mainstream.
Where's these people at? We don't know.
Right. He know where they at. The way you can tell by where he keep going, who he keeps catering to. But
you got to think about 80 million people is a lot of people. That's almost most of the voting booth blocks.
He had 75.
That was the first time. The second time he had 80.
Nah, yeah, no.
What do you mean?
Biden had 81. Trump had
80. He's the second most. What do you mean?
His 75 is the second.
75 was in 2016.
He had 75.
He had more this time.
75 in 2020.
Hell no.
Yeah, check it out.
He had more than 75.
Biden
He had
81.
75 in
Biden
2016.
had 81 and he beat him by like 7 points.
He ain't beat him by ain't no way.
Yes, he beat him by about 7 million votes.
Trump had the most votes, the second most votes in history, bro.
I know. He got it in 2020.
No, 2024. I mean, yeah, 2020, the last one.
Yeah.
Was the most votes in history.
Both of them
Exactly.
Both of them took the 1 and 2 spot in 2020.
Exactly. So what we talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
Those same votes is a lot.
He don't have that support that gave him that 75 million in 2020. He don't have that type.
How you know that?
Time. I mean, you can look.
That's the thing.
He's fighting to try to get Nikki Haley voters. Women, at least half of the women that were supporting him is not supporting him just on the abortion issue. That 8 and 2.
We don't know.
Okay.
We don't know that. We thought they felt the same way with Hillary, right? Did they vote for her?
About 4 weeks.
They didn't vote for Hillary.
We're gonna know in 4
so
weeks.
we don't know. Now you see what I'm saying? It comes down to like you said, I don't feel like all the voters that vote for him is racist. But at this point, you know he racist.
Yeah.
And if you vote for him, you supporting that, whether you are or not. So you could be a Trump supporter saying you're not racist all you want. But if you support him with a vote, you support racism. It's just that simple. You know, I'm not a fucking murderer. I give my man a gun and put the bullets in it and tell him where to shoot it at. that what's the difference? You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's nothing we can do. We're gonna get out as masses as we can, just like we did Obama. But in the end, it's not gonna beat him because he's the great white hope for white people. So we need more than that. We need some white people to stop and say, he's not right for America, bro. If we don't get enough white people to say that, is what I'm saying. There's no way she can beat them. White people at this point control this race right here in 2024. They is literally in control of this one. Literally. If we're going to go racist or not, it's up to them. Because we already know what we voting at. And that's not going to get the win. So it's going to be up to the white people with sense or common to just love people in general. Don't want people to be harmed in no type of way. People to be deported. Women to die from abortions. If you just want that normal shit, right? As a white person, help us and vote Kamala Harris. Please and thank you. You know what I'm saying? Now,
what the fuck?
You got something to say? We got here, Godfather.
Okay.
Everybody, just really get out here and vote. Pay attention to politics, and also remember the down balance. Like if we can't, even though you put Kamala Harris in office, you can't do it without a Senate in the House. See how the House doing now? Nobody can't get nothing passed. I want stuff done, but the House. They need, right now, stuff need to get done. And House on something they come back and say after the election. We need a House and a Senate that's going to help her push her goals.
You need to get her in first, man. This is huge. This is really important. We don't need Trump to be in there, bro. I don't care about your politics. I don't care about a black man don't like either party, all that wild shit. This ain't even the time for that, bro. This is literally not. This is a time where is literally a black woman running for president and is a white supremacist running against her. This you can't even write it. This is a fucking horror movie, bro. Where you have a black woman running for president and you have a white supremacist running against her. It's the craziest shit, bro. And it's open for America to make this decision, bro. Are you so disgusted by black and women that you're going to vote for a racist supremacist orange demon? It's just real simple, bro. Everything is in your face. A woman and black. So you just can't hide from either one, right? Make your decision. This is a huge decision for white people in this country, bro. This is it. This is our future right here. Where do we go? This is country going to be racist and what do he say? He want to make it Catholic or whatever the fuck he about to make it? Right?
You don't know what the fuck he about to do.
This is about to be a new America. We have to get our black people. That's why we've been doing this podcast. So any black people who watch this podcast definitely been informed for sure since we've been on this bitch. In fact, I could tell you right now, it has to be a MAGA out there that been watching us over this period of time, but before they watched us, believed everything Trump said. I guarantee you by now, that person probably still support Trump, but now know he's a fucking liar. You know what I'm saying? He lied about a lot of shit. Now that's some new information they had to take with them. You know what I'm saying? At least if we can get one black person to say, you know what? I ain't even going out there fucking with no Trump with this voting shit. Whatever will happen, happens. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what? I'm just going to make sure this black woman will be president. I don't still like Trump, but not now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to vote for her. You know what I'm saying? If we just make a motherfucker stay home and say, I ain't voting for Trump. Fuck him. I don't found out way too much information, but I don't like her. I can accept that. But don't help him. That's all I'm asking you, my guys. If you don't, just don't vote then. To me, if you vote for him at this point, you are racist. You sympathize for racists. And you're not informed with the information. All those things are mixed up in your problem right now. You know what I'm saying? But Tony, you got something to say? We got it?
Just going off all y'all people out there in the path of Hurricane Milton. Y'all stay out the way. Get the F out of town. You need to get out of Florida anyway. But
listen to the vice president and don't listen to that boo-boo the fool.
He will make America great again.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood.